Hey everybody, in this video we are looking at example 7, solving a cubic equation. Odd, right? You might think. We are in section 4, which is called quadratic equations. Where's the disconnect, right? You see it? Chapter 1, which is equations and inequalities in Algebra 2. So let's get started. Solve x cubed plus a equals 0 using factoring the quadratic formula. This is a case where people will be like, I do this, cube root x equals -2, la la. No, okay? No, we don't want to do that because we want all three solutions. There's one real, but there's also two imaginary, or complex, right? So we want to find those solutions and we need to factor and use the quadratic formula in order to make that happen. And as you can see, we have our top secret shortcut, which I mentioned at the end of the last video. So if I'm going to factor this, you want to recognize that this is x cubed plus 2 cubed equals 0. This is not factored, right? This is not factored. This is just us looking at it with our Fox glasses on, right? We are just looking at it with our X-ray vision and going from there. That means we have x plus 2 as our first factor. And then x times x squared. X times 2 is 2x. Don't do the signs yet. 2 times 2 is 4. And then go to the factoring playlist if you need to remember how to factor this type of thing. Same, opposite, always plus. And we're going to go from, there. Now, the quadratic factor is not factorable. It is prime. So when solving, we will not be able to use factoring. Okay, x plus 2 equals 0, x equals -2. There's that real solution we mentioned just a few minutes ago. Now, here we're going to use quadratic formula, x equals. Now, the long way is -b, which becomes +2, plus minus the square root of -2 squared minus 4 times a in this case, c in this case, right? All over 2 times a. There you go. Now, what does that inside become? -2 squared is 4. 4 times 1 times 4 is 16, so 4 minus 16 all over 2, which then becomes x equals 2 plus minus the square root of -12 over 2, which then is 2, well, can I fit it? No. X equals 2 plus minus, okay, the negative becomes I. 12 is 4 times 3, so it's 2i root 3 all over 2. And then we can simplify a 2 from everyone, and we will get x equals 1 plus or minus I root 3, and we're done. However, I have a shortcut for you. What's the shortcut for? The part we see over here, this hot mess, okay? Okay, sorry. I just had to get it situated. So what is this top secret thing? Well, let's show you where it comes from first. When we have a x cubed plus, and actually I will derive it with the minus sign right there. I will derive it. Why is that giant again? There we go. I will derive this with the minus sign just to make it a little less messy. It doesn't really make much of a difference, okay? But here I have the difference of two cubes. When I factor it, as we know from our factoring unit, I will get ax minus b, and then I will get a squared x squared, a bx b squared. That's my other factor. If you don't know why, you have to go over how to factor the sum and difference of cubes, but ax times ax times b times b, and then we have the same opposite, always plus, right? Now, from here to solve, ax minus b is 0. Add b and divide by 2. So x will equal, or not divide by 2, divide by a. So x will equal b over a. So there's my real solution. Here, I'm going to do quadratic formula here. Here's my a, it's a squared. Here's my b, it's ab. And here is my c, it's b squared, okay? So like I told you, I'm going to derive this for us. X equals negative b plus minus the square root, b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. Next, x equals negative ab plus minus. Now here, what do I really have going on inside the radical? I have a squared b squared minus 4a squared b squared. Can we all see that? So you have 1 a squared b squared minus 4 a squared b squared, which gives you a negative 3 a squared b squared, right? Negative 3 a squared b squared happening under the radical. The negative will come out. Square root of a squared and square root of b squared can also come out. 3 has to stay inside. So how does the square root of a come out, or of a squared? It's a. How does the square root of b squared come out? As b. How does the negative come out? As I. And then the 3 stays inside, right? Just to reiterate a bit, that negative became I. Oh gosh, this highlighters. The negative is the I. Then let's do this one. A squared became the A, and the B squared became the B. Okay, so hopefully you guys could see where all that came from. All over 2a squared. Now I can reduce a, and an a, so I'll just cross out the square, right, from everyone. That leaves me with x equals negative b plus minus b I root 3 all over 2a. This, ladies and gentlemen, is the shortcut. This is the shortcut quadratic formula that you can only use on the quadratic you get when factoring the sum and difference of cubes. This is the shortcut for solving. Longest title ever. Quadratic formula on the quadratic factor from a sum or difference of two cubes only. Now, as for the plus minus situation that I maneuvered around, let's just point something out. If this was plus, then this would be minus. Nope. Then this would be plus, hello. Then this would be minus. If that was minus, then this is plus, that's fine. Plus minus the square root. Yeah, that's the only thing it's gonna affect. And like, not that it's still that, no, I don't want to say this. It's still the opposite of whatever A, B is. Yeah, so that became plus, so it's the opposite. So it will work itself out, okay? But you can't see the formula when I have the negative in there. It's going to look wrong, but it'll work itself out. Keep that in mind. Also, if you ever have a negative in your denominator, plus minus becomes minus plus, which is still plus minus. So that too. But trust me, all the signs work themselves out. Negative b plus minus bi root 3 all over 2a. Negative b plus minus bi root 3 all over 2a. Now, let's see that in action. So here, we're going to use the shortcut. X equals negative b is 2 plus minus the square bi 2I root 3 all over 2 times 1, 2. Reduce the 2 out of everybody, and I get 1 plus minus root 3. Oh, I root 3, sorry. Same answer, way less work. You're welcome. If you appreciate me, thumbs up. If you don't, I don't know why. I think I did something very nice for you. This is a life-changing shortcut for you. So I hope you enjoy that. Check the playlist on the screen, find more of what you're looking for. That's it for now. Adios.